Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the return of Tanya Tucker featuring Brandi Carlile. And this is a new documentary from director Kathleen Horan, and this film focuses on the journey of Tucker making a huge comeback after decades of being out of the spotlight when fan and musical artist Brandi Carlile decides to write an album for her hero, and they collaborate, bringing this album to life and making for one of the most impressive comebacks in music. And this documentary focuses on a couple of different levels. Obviously, it's trying to tell the story of Tanya Tucker, and you get her backstory and all that stuff. Her relationship with Glenn Campbell and all those different kinds of things. And that's where the film's its most basic. You know, it's a documentary about a musical artist. Let's do the Wikipedia beat of their life. But most of this film focuses on that creative process, this budding relationship between Brandi Carlile and Tucker, and this collaboration that's going on in creating this music. I have to admit, the film's a little, and there's a lot of biases in here. Like, obviously, Brandi Carlile is a huge fan and is like the biggest hype woman possible to Tucker throughout this film, and sometimes it's a little much, but in general, it's an interesting dynamic between Carlile and Tucker in this film, and the audience gets to engage with that, gets to have a front row seat to this creative process, this new collaboration. And you see Tucker, who's really hard on herself at times, criticizing her own voice and her performances, and seeing her also feel so excited and wonderful about the ability to come back into this music sphere and really make an impact with this new music. And Carlile does a great job of creating this music, and throughout this film we get to see that behind the scenes creative in the studio leading up to the big payoff, the performance, getting to hear those songs in action, and Tucker in action. And, you know, this film does a great job of building up the pace. It does each of its things that it wants to accomplish. Are some done better than others? Of course. But in general, this is a pretty affecting and engaging experience that we get to pull back the curtain and really see some impressive behind-the-scenes moments of the creative process of musicians, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was pretty interested in that opportunity and really getting to experience that. So this film, especially if you're a Tucker fan, or even Carlile fan, or even just a fan of music and music docs, I think this is something worth checking out. It's not the most dynamic of documentaries. I don't think it's going to change you from like, oh, I don't really do documentaries, to like, oh my god, I'm going to watch documentaries. But it does what it needs to do, and it hits a specific audience, and it really works for that. So I would recommend it. If this seems like it interests you in any shape or form, it won't disappoint. But those are my thoughts on the return of Tanya Tucker featuring Brandi Carlile. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.